I am here with tonight's story, a true short story from When God Winks at You. This is the one I thought sounded good, so we'll see. It is by Renee Hudson. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Okay, so look at all these stickers I put in the book last night. Surprised my aunt when I give it to her. I'm gonna give her this book when I'm done with it, so she can read it. Okay. A prayer for flight 521. My younger siblings and I were in the back seat of the family minivan. Give me that. I'll take it right now. I gotta take this Benadryl real quick, guys, because I think I'm allergic to something in that muffin I ate, because when I ate it, I got really itchy and got welts on me. The same thing happened last night. And the Benadryl works. Got the welts in my legs. It's really itchy in my arm. My nose itching. It even felt like my throat was starting. Alright, my younger siblings and I were in the back seat of the family minivan. I was holding a steaming cardboard box of pizza on my lap. The clock on the dashboard read 5:17 p.m. and we were starving. Let's get home while it's still hot, we begged. The car smelled of cheese and pepperoni, and every second we delayed was torture. Mom started to turn the key in the ignition and then stopped. Kids, she said, suddenly, urgently, we need to pray. I heard the concern in her voice. Let's pray, right now, for Dad. Normally, we didn't pray like this, but my brothers, sisters, and I all bowed our heads and prayed for Dad's safety. I wasn't so hungry anymore. Was Dad okay? That same evening, 600 miles away at LaGuardia Airport in New York City, my father was sitting in the cockpit of a commercial airliner preparing for takeoff. The co-pilot looked over the instrument panel. Check. That's everything, Captain, he told Dad. He's a pilot. As my father crossed the last item off his pre-flight checklist, the flight attendant popped her head into the cockpit. Everyone seated, Captain. We've got a full plane today, 139 people. Dad taxied forward the runway. Once in position, Dad stopped the plane and waited for clearance from air traffic control. Pretty soon, a voice came crackling over the radio. Flight 232, you are now clear for takeoff. But instead of barreling down the runway at 150 miles per hour, Dad hesitated. The co-pilot stared at him. Captain, he said, we are not expecting that clearance for takeoff, Dad told him. We're not accepting it. Wait, why? The co-pilot asked. We are not accepting that clearance, Dad repeated, standing firm. Later that evening, Mom got a call from Dad. We all gathered around her as they spoke on the phone, eager to learn if anything had occurred to Dad. See you soon, honey, she told Dad finally, and hung up. With a trace of tears in her eyes, Mom turned to us kids. Mom, is everything okay? My older brothers asked. Is Dad all right? I piped up. Mom told us the story. This afternoon, your father was sitting on the runway when he got the clearance for takeoff. LaGuardia Airport is always busy. So when you get a clearance, you go. But for some reason, he sensed that he should wait. Sensed it very clearly. What happened? My sister asked. My mother put her arm around my youngest brother. Seconds later, he and his co-pilot heard a rumble. Just then, a 747 broke out of the clouds and landed on the very same runway that had just been cleared for Dad. If he hadn't waited those extra seconds, the two planes would have collided. We all sat in wonder. Had our prayers really saved our father from an unthinkable disaster? There was only one way to be sure. What time was this? I asked. My mother wiped her eyes. 5:17 p.m., she said. The exact same time. She asked, told the kids her and the kids needed to pray. So that was tonight's story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The next story will be called, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to pick out one. See which one looks the best. So it'll be a surprise. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again soon with another true story. Good night, guys.